Peace. This is Ayrat, digital marketing specialist, also specialist and enthusiast in several other areas. In this video about Google Tag Manager, I want to tell you briefly about preview and submit publish features. Theoretically, why? Because practically I want to tell in other videos about adding tags and triggers and so on of other services, for example, of Google Analytics for tags. It is just theoretically. Chronologically, first we use preview, then submit publish. We may use also submit without preview. Preview is for help. As submit is more important, I want to start explanation from this feature. Why we need it? When you add tags to Google Tag Manager of different services, for example, Google Analytics 4, something else, Analytics, some pixels, tags, codes, and so on. They're stored in tags. Also triggers stored in triggers, and so on. And when you add the tags that's unnecessary, they will not start working immediately. Why? Because Google Tag Manager don't know if you added everything that you want correctly in a way that you want, or you want to make also some settings. Imagine you didn't make all the settings necessary and your tags started working and they're working not the way you wanted. To avoid these things, first you add tags, triggers, variable needed, then set them, make settings in them, and after that, as just like to say to Google Tag Manager that every setting's done and it can start working, you do submit. If you don't do submit, it's like you saying to Tag Manager, to Google Tag Manager, that not everything ready yet. So before you submit, then publish changes in Google Tag Manager, these changes, these new tags, these changes in older tags, they start something like in a draft mode, something like draft mode. Imagine that we added all tags, triggers, variables necessary, made settings, then to publish them, to make them start working, we go to submit. We can give a name or not give and hit publish. I will not hit now because I will not hit publish now because I don't want to make this publish. Insert about submit publish. You can submit then publish several times, many times, and this will start in versions as a different versions. It's only one, but you may have several. Why you need that? Why we need that? Because we may have some versions that some newer versions set not working as we want. And in this case, for we be able to go back to older versions for that. Also for know what we did, like history. That is, continue. Now imagine if you added all text needed, made settings needed, and you think that maybe you're ready to publish, to submit, then publish. But you're not sure. You're not sure if they all will work correctly. And you don't want to submit before knowing them. You don't want to make extra submits. First, you want to check what to do in this case. I think you guessed what. Here, preview feature will help us. You can check how your settings work using preview and not submitting these settings, just checking using this preview feature. Let's try. Hit preview button. In new page, it asks you to put your URL. I'm going to put my demo blog URL. It's already here. Just showing. Copy, paste. Then hit connect. This feature may not work or may work not correctly with some ad blockings and like that things. So if it's not working correctly, check these sites. I'm hitting connect. Here it shows my website in preview mode. Here's a pop-up of Tag Assistant. Continue. Connected. Continue. What I can see no text. Why? Because I didn't add any. So here it's not problem for me because I didn't add any. Just showing as an example theoretically. Imagine we checked what we need. Imagine everything is good. So thank you for watching. Main video will continue after this insert. English is not my native. If you see something to correct me, welcome, but do it in a respectful and polite manner and with enough explanations and proof. To leave preview mode, I would go to my web page in preview mode, find this Google Tag Manager pop-up. It's called Tag Assistant. Hit finish. And in this page, with tags, variables, and so on, I would just close this window. I would just close this tab. Leave. This was brief explanation of preview and submit features. Thank you for watching. And I want just show one bonus checking. If you remember from the video about adding Google Tag Manager container into website, here in text into website, there are optional field, test your website. Just taking URL of my website, copy, paste into the field. And if Google Tag Manager container is installed into this website, it have to show, let's look, hitting test, it have to show green tick, as we see. Imagine if it's not my website, if Google Tag Manager container is not in this website, hitting test, it will show that it didn't find any Google tag. That is, this was just briefly theoretically. If you have any questions, please write in comments, or you may wait before I also make videos about adding text, and there I want to make this preview and submit checkings, not theoretically, but to show them practically. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Make mutual respect, make mutual wealth. Peace.